Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom. To you, hopefully, like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity. And also, shalom to your very few sincere sisters. Right now, brother, I'm the one coming to the video. Low ones edifying and to the point. And going to this quick topic, excuse me. Going to this quick topic right here of, former NBA player Dwight Howard, and, week in and week out, we tell brothers, well, of course, he's not in the truth. But if I'm mistaken, some years back, he knew about, really at this point, everybody know, but I know on a mass scale, he was actually standing behind, right, the truth. Right, knowing that we the 12 tribes of Israel. I think it was him, Mari Stoudemire, Carmelo. I want to say Kendrick Perkins, but I'm not sure. Can't remember. But a lot of them know about it, but I know some of those men went further and let it be known. But yeah, man. Hey, niggas gonna understand, start trying to deal with that black woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Esau has definitely gave her all the benefits, that she needs to just, live lavish. And you have Jake that still try to seek after that. After we done told you, hey, leave her alone. She ain't nothing but a snare. Excuse me. So it says, former NBA star Dwight Howard's wife files for divorce and mutual restraining order after 6 months of marriage. Come on, man. You gotta be circumspect when it comes to these women, not just, for any Jake, especially for brothers in this truth. You gotta be circumspect when they is on a fucking mission, bro. That's why, we had a point in time you shouldn't be worrying about trying to marry no woman. It shouldn't get ugly like that. These motherfuckers finna start running to you, and I'm talking about them rebellious ones. Sisters gonna cleave too, you right, but the rebellious ones gonna be trying to cleave to you. You ain't gotta be out here trying to trick yourself to get this motherfucker to like you, signing all these contracts, and that's why you should be going to Esau's courthouses anyway, right? Because now you guys got caught in a trap, right? So like you want to say. Excuse me. Right, so like I was saying, and that's why we should be going down the Eastside courthouse system anyway, because it's not set up for you to prosper anyway. A man will not win nothing out of marrying with a woman, and really these niggas, right? You got all that bread, they talking about settling down with a woman. But that's just my opinion. All right, them niggas just simps in my eyes. You got millions and millions of dollars, and you talking about you finna just be faithful to one woman. Man, please. It don't even work like that. Right? But hey, we're in a society where niggas like to bow down to the women, and through her you gonna die. If you can't come out of that deep slumber and want to keep bowing down to a motherfucker that's really got a they really got the spirit of Esau on them, bro. They got a perpetual hatred too. But they're on a mission to get rid of you, man. They're on a mission to overthrow you. They want to sit on the same pedestal. They really want to sit above you, man. Right? And the Lord gave us an order how things supposed to run. A woman wants to be over you, over the man. Matter of fact, let me grab that right quick. I'm gonna jump back to this, but I'm gonna go to a different version. Excuse me. Right? It says, but I will have you, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, right? Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, right? And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, right? So that's the order right there. But like I said, these women are out to be, she want to be over you. And if a Jake can't see it, or he's giving into her, being weak to her, right? She's definitely going to take you, step up above you, man. right? So it says mutual restraining order after 6 months of marriage, right? Only 6 months. right? Because at the end of the day, these women already know how many months it takes for you to start getting half of assets and all these benefits from that man. You know, so they'll ride it out, man. Right? While your clown ass thinking, oh, you in love, right? She just marking the days off like she in jail. You know? She one day richer. Right? You know, we see what's going on with a boy named Travis Hunter. Right? His video his article gonna pop up real soon. You know, but this right here, you know, they filed I think it's filed on the 1st. Damn, I'm telling you, these women ain't had no shit. You know, nigga just got married, man, 6 months in. She already saying nope. She want the money. You know, but matter of fact, man, I ain't even really got too much to read. Really, the title give it all away, man. You know how these black bitches get down, bro. Right on the fucking mission, right? And if your ass want to stay in the way, you can get ran over, right? And I'm gonna go to this. Ooh, hey, Con, that's heavy too. I ain't even had that queued up. That was for something else. But 1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Right? We definitely, brothers that, you know, may have ribs, you definitely got to move in that spirit as if they have none, because time finna get real to where they gonna have the spirit of Lot's wife on them. Excuse me. They're gonna turn back. You know, if you're not strong enough, right, you're gonna turn back with her. You can get your ass whooped by Yahweh Shemiyah. You know, but really, this right here was the main part of the lesson right here, right? Sirach 25 or Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 13, and the head title says advice about women. It says, matter of fact, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna read 13 in the KJV. Right, we gotta be on the swivel. We gotta be circumspect all the way around this thing. You know, hey, as a man, you have to keep a woman at a distance. Don't give a damn how much you love her. She should be at a distance. Right? It says, matter of fact, 13. It says, give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. Right, man, that's just foul as hell. You know, you wait 6 months, and then boom, oh, you know, it's not, I forgot how she said the word for it. She was like erratically broken, something like that. Yeah. Irretrievably broken, right? In a way that cannot be retrieved or put right, meaning they can't come, they not coming back to it, right? But we know how things go down, man. Right, so it said no prospects for reconciliation, right? And that's the thing about it. You know, a woman can't put a man away. You know, she just, you know, well, she can walk out, but the thing is, these women finna leave and go deal with something else anyway. You know, just going all the way off. Really supposed to just, you know, depart and be and later on down the line reconcile. You know, but we already know how that's gonna play out. They're not doing that, you know. But so pretty much is letting it be known that there's no coming back from it. They're not trying to squash nothing, come back together, right? I'm almost done. It says, and this right here is in the Good News translation. It says, no sufferings are worse than the sufferings caused by people who you hate. Right, no sufferings are worse than the sufferings caused by people who hate you. No revenge is worse than revenge taken by an enemy. Right? No poison is deadlier than the poison of a snake, and no anger is deadlier than the anger of a woman. right? Because it takes for a woman to get fed up, and she about to do some off the wall shit, some low ball shit, something that you wouldn't even think about doing, right? But she would take it there, you know. And you gotta consider those things, man. When you even courting a woman, like, man, would this motherfucker call the police? Would this motherfucker stab me? Would this, you know what I'm saying? When she jeopardize everything we got going on, you gotta consider these things, man, because she's on that, right? It says, verse 18, I would rather live in the same house with a lion or a dragon than with a bad wife. You know, and like I always make the always say, you know, when you think about it, a lion and a dragon, you know what they're capable of doing. You know what their main agenda is, you know. But see, with these women, excuse me, you don't. You know, at one point in time, men used to be like, we can't figure out a woman. You know, hey, shit, hell, if we can now, we can. We can figure them out. And we know that we don't put nothing past them. They will do that. The most wickedest thing you would think of, they will do it, right? Especially when that spirit get on them, man. You know, well, he said I did not give them the wisdom. You know, the Lord called them the weaker vessel. Come, the water, Lord, right? He called them the weaker vessel for a reason. You know, they're not as strong as the man, so thoughts will come across their head because they're getting their feelings, and they'll do certain things, man, just off of the feeling, off the emotions, right? It says, hey, matter of fact, and like I said, I'll keep this shit, you know, 100, you know. Like I said, it said I'd rather live in the same house with a lion or a dragon than with a bad wife. Hey, like I said, I know personal experience with that. You know, that's how my grandpops got up out of here, got sent back to the spirit realm, man. You know, his girl at the time was poisoning him every day. You know, when the autopsy came back, hey, that was like he was slowly getting poisoned to death. You know, but that's what they be on, man. You know, and it really be all for some money, all for some gain, some type of gain, right? It says, when a wife is in a bad mood, her expression changes until she looks like an angry bear, right? And when you know how it is when you see a female get mad, she just start looking like a demon. You can see the demon just take over her. She just start wrecking shit, throwing glasses, you know what I'm saying, saying all kind of shit, man, trying to belittle you, you know. But that is how that's the advice, you know, that the Lord was putting us on game with early, you know. So this right here this article really don't surprise me, man, right? Like I said, man, Keisha, they broke, they want money. You see the situation with Anthony Edwards. He paid for that child support money for 18 years up front, and they already talking about the girl already losing the money. Now they're trying to say that, oh, she's trying to make it seem as if he need to pay something still. You know, these women are money hungry, man, especially towards the athletes because they green. You know, but I ain't gonna hold on this topic that no longer. Right, Lord willing, you know, it was edifying. Like I said, man, at the time is short, man. Live as if you have none. Right, if you have a wife, you gotta keep your mind on the swivel, be circumspect. Hey, it can happen. If you wanna leave, hey, let the motherfucker leave. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be the first one that's knocking on that door or trying to get in contact with you when shit hit the fan. Right, and for the brothers that don't have no wives, don't be out here looking for none. We know this. We know what's finna come down the pipeline. Isaiah 4:1. You know. You Lord, we're gonna have a couple that needs to be delivered, you know. Excuse me. Right, and hey, some gonna come your way. You're gonna reject a lot, you know. And you're gonna say, I'm gonna say a few, because right, it's always gonna be about a remnant, right? So a few gonna be saved, you know, through you, right? So hey, keep your eyes on the prize, which is the kingdom, right? This is the wrong time to get tripped up, especially at the finish line. So call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakadash, and Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom.